Good morning, Lila.
Morning.
Morning, Ashley. We'll wait a second and see if anybody else joins, okay?
Okay.
Good morning, Brady.
Hi.
We're hanging out, seeing if anybody else joins. Do the three of you have any questions for me?
No, not
No questions? A
no.
couple of things that came up in Tuesday's meeting were just basically what kind of surface material for your trading cards to be used. Like I reminded that group, and it's recorded if you want to go back and watch it in more detail. But anything goes for the surface as long as you're cutting it to 2.5 by 3.5 so that it fits in that sleeve protector, so that they're consistent with everyone else's size cards. So I'm kind of excited that you guys are going to get the chance to kind of explore something totally different. Like it doesn't have to be on drawing paper or watercolor paper or anything traditional. So, morning,
Really?
Angie.
Morning.
Morning, Jessica. Do either of you have questions, Angie, Jessica?
Not really.
No. Jessica, do you have questions? So same as before, I'm going to kind of keep repeating myself until we get more into this kind of flow of things. Tuesdays will always be at 2. Of course, this week I had to slightly change it to 1 o'clock, but Tuesdays will always be at 2 for live WebEx. Thursdays will be at this time, 10 a.m., so you morning people can jump on Thursdays. My expectation is that you join at least one meeting. So you choose which one works best for your schedule, whether it's the Tuesday at 2 or Thursday at 10. Hey there, Alfredo. Um, you guys decide. And I'm just kind of using this as question and answer time and check-in time, so that you guys can see my face. And if you have anything to talk about, we can talk about it together or separately. But once you've checked in with me, I've kind of taken attendance here. And if you don't have any questions, you are free to go.
Actually, I do have one question.
All right,
If you're
shoot.
doing it on, if you're doing it on technology, does the size matter?
That
Or
is a good question. So I'm not 110% about technology. Um, Clearly, I would suggest doing it as large as possible so that things don't end up pixelated and stuff if you ever did decide to print it. But if we were at school, I would be making you print these cards. So making sure that the size is the right size when you go to print it would be what I would tell you if we were at school, since we are technically not going back to school and you will technically not ever have to print these and trade these. No, as long as you are, when you take your picture of your set of cards, that the proportions look correct. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Okay. But no, I mean, you can change your settings digitally to where it's 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches, but I would work much larger so that you can get more detail and stuff like that in. But good question.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions?
I'm using regular trading cards, I guess, or like the ones that you could buy in the store. Those are
Okay.
fine, right?
Those are fine. Yep. Yep. After this week, my next week's presentation is going to talk a little bit more about evolving your cards, making them better and different, and kind of changing up the ideas, not the idea behind them, keeping the same idea that you've started with, but showing some sort of growth and investigation through your cards. And of course, we'll talk more about that next week, and there will be a video talking about it too. But that's kind of the plan moving forward. Really, the idea is that you guys are hopefully working on one card a day was kind of my thought, and spending, a good amount of time on each card. And then that way you're not so overwhelmed with creating an entire set of 15. If we were at school, we would be doing this in addition to a painting during class. So this would kind of be your homework at home, your trading cards. And it's kind of the same concept. I would have been telling you guys to do so many per week. In years past, I had students do one for every student in the class. So those of you that had a class full of 30 students would have been doing 30 cards. So I've kind of tapped the brakes on that a little bit and just done 15, so that it's not so overwhelming. Does anybody else have any questions? Again, the video from Tuesday, the recorded video is up, or it should have gone out with announcements on Canvas so that you guys can access that and listen to other people's questions. That's all I got for you guys. As long as you are up to date, turning things in, you are good to go. Make sure that you're checking back in Canvas and making sure that your grades are current and that you have the highest possible average you can. Anything can be reworked or resubmitted for a higher grade. So make sure that you are going back and making changes or adding things to stuff if you didn't in the first place. Okay? Hi there, Chloe.
Hello.
Chloe, you and Jessica are kind of in a different boat. Do you guys have any questions for AP stuff?
No.
No. Okay. I can set up a separate WebEx time for you four ladies as we get closer to actually submitting your portfolios. But right now, it's rinse and repeat for you guys. As long as you're showing me that you're making progress on uploading and typing your process information and your sustained investigations and working on those pieces for your AP portfolio, then that's what I need to see from you guys.
Okay.
So if you guys don't have any questions, again, reminders, Tuesday at 2 is WebEx time. Thursday at 10 a.m. is WebEx time. You're more than welcome to email me or shoot me a Canvas notification if you have questions between now and then about the assignments or about any of your previous grades or assignments. Turn your stuff in on time so that I can get it graded on Sunday night and Monday morning. And then I'm not having to send you guys emails about, hey, where's your work? What are you doing? That kind of stuff. All right.
Yes.
Y'all are good to go. That's all I got for you, unless you have any other questions.
Okay, bye.
Hi, Chloe.
Bye.
Bye, Brady.